Knitters, makers, everyone, welcome to the Slow Knitter Podcast, episode 22. This is my first Podiversary. Yes, I've been doing this for over a year. Actually, my actual Podiversary was last Saturday or Sunday, but things get in the way. I couldn't podcast, but because I was still collecting giveaways. Anyway, welcome. Episode 22 is all about my first Podiversary giveaway, and to wish everyone happy holidays. It is snowing right now in Atlanta. We don't do well with the snow. Anyway, we'll manage. At least it's not really icy cold or windy, which brings down the trees because this is a very, very tree heavy area. But I'm watching it as I'm podcasting. I'm watching the snow come down. Anyway, welcome to new viewers, and welcome back to other people who have viewed this podcast before. I hope to keep you entertained. I have a lot. It's been a while since I podcast. I think the last time I podcast was it down at the beach? So we've been back for a couple of weeks since we were at the beach. So anyway, underneath this, you will find ways to reach me on Ravelry, on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I have a slowknitter.com website where I periodically blog, and show what I've done and my favorite things are. But anyway, this Podiversary is very special to me because I have really spent the last year learning a tremendous amount from all of you podcasters and viewers and everybody that's on Instagram that I follow, who follows me. It's just been a year of learning for me. So my giveaway is some of my favorite things that I've discovered. It's not a lot of them, but it is some of them, and it's pretty special. So I will also be listing this on YouTube, on Instagram and YouTube, and my Facebook page. So let's just get right to the giveaway. Why waste any more time? So, as many of you know, one of my favorite, I have a lot of really impressive indie dyers that I've been buying from for the last year, I guess. And I've started to buy a little bit more ambitiously in January. But anyway, one gal that I have followed all the way through last year and who's become a friend, even though we're just Insta friends, is Lauren from Old Rusted Chair. And she contributed to my giveaway. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. And she is contributing this gorgeous still light. Let me get out of the way. See if we can focus on it. Yeah. There's her label. Still light on her tough sock base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It's really gorgeous. She has a way with color, I'll tell you that. It's just everything I see on Instagram that she posts, I'm just like, oh, good Lord, I want that. But it's got purples and some pinks and yellows. I mean, it's golds. It's really beautiful. So thank you, Lauren, for your contribution. And one of you lucky people will actually win this as part of the giveaway. Yay! So that's part one. Part two is what I've discovered really through you guys. All of you who post about it and who let me know about this is David's Tea, which we don't have and we can't get in Atlanta. We don't have stores, and the only way you can get it is online. So I think I was first, I'm watching you all drink tea and all this kind of stuff. So I thought, maybe I should try some. And I have, and I am hooked on David's Tea. I try to have a cup of tea every day in the afternoon, and sometimes it's David's Tea. Sometimes it's Celestial Seasonings, sometimes it's Yogi tea. So I have a range of teas depending on my mood, what I want to have. So this I couldn't resist getting because I love David's Tea, and this is his winter's favorites. Yummy. So I must read to you some of these. See, so you're going to get loose tea in individual canisters. Tea. Yeah. And let me read you some of the flavors. Like, I just want, like, not to give this away, but I have some of these flavors, and I can tell you they're pretty fantastic. So we have, let's see, banana nut bread. Yum. Forever nuts. Cardamom French toast. Can you imagine drinking tea that tastes like French toast? I have banned French toast from my particular diet, but now I can drink the tea that tastes like it. Anyway, so I'm going to give away, as part of my giveaway, one of my favorite things is David's tea. So you will get some David's tea. Very wintry. Then, I just dropped something, so I will be right back because it's too cute not to share. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Melissa from Nitty by Nature. Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much. She contributed to my giveaway, and I have a lot of these really cute stitch markers and progress keepers that she is giving as part of this giveaway, and there's lots of them. I mean, there's at least 7 or 8 of them between stitch markers and progress keepers. You have a lot of them. So that was part of the giveaway because I love Melissa's stitch markers, progress keepers, love them. So I reached out to her and she said, absolutely. Well, I actually bought some too, but she said, absolutely, I will donate to you. So thank you, Melissa, and thank you. And one of you lucky people will receive this from Melissa. Now, I have to thank Linda Lou, who is on Instagram, is one of my Insta friends, the prolific, she's like an amazing knitter. And I think she does a lot of test knits for designers, which is really great. She introduced me to Hikari handmade project bags. I'll show you the one I purchased, and then she graciously, thank you very much, Hikari, thank you so much, decided to gift me one for the giveaway. So here's the one that I purchased. First of all, it's beautifully made. They are beautifully made, and here it is. Can you see it? And it's a big bucket bag. In fact, I'll tell you what's in it in a minute, but this is her card. Let me see if I can hold it up. Hikari handmade, and it's, you know, you can open it and make it a button. It's drawstring. I love drawstring. I did it again. I snagged something on a zipper bag the other night. I was like furious with myself. But here, the inside is beautiful. There's pocket inside. It's really well made. Hikari handmade. And I love this fabric. It's sturdy. It's really made of a great canvas. It's a bucket bag. It sits up, which I really like. So rush over to her Etsy shop. I'll put the link in the show notes, which is on my Slow Knitter podcast group page on Ravelry. That's where all my show notes will be for this. But anyway, so beautiful. And it's pretty special. So she gave me one so that I could include it in the giveaway. I'm not taking it out of the package because she has all sorts of like goodies in it, but this is so beautiful. Look at this one. And I love the ticking fabric she uses. So I'm sorry for the plastic glare, but you have to see this. I don't want to take it out because there's all these goodies, tea and peppermint sticks. Anyway, it's really a unique fabric. Butterflies. I don't know. It's really, really special. Thank you, Hikari, so much for doing this. This is a zipper bag. So, but so pretty. And her logo is really cute. And she has it on her, shows it on her back. Anyway, hikari. So that will be part of your package. Because I did not get one maker has graciously donated this cute, adorable Notions bag. So I will be including that as well. And that will be your surprise. So the giveaway consists of a skein of Lauren from Old Rusted Chair, indie dyed, gorgeous, gorgeous sock yarn. Tea, we love tea, and a project bag from Hikari, and a Notions bag from, you'll find out, you'll see when you get it. There are all these cars going by my house because there's a big school down the street. I guess they're picking kids up early. Get them home because we do not do well with snow here. Okay, so let me just check my notes real quick, make sure that I am covering everything that I said I would, and I want to make sure I do. Okay. I'm also going to write a blog just about my observations of this last year, podcasting, and what a joy it's brought to my life. And suddenly I have this community of friends that I never even dreamed of. And so, yay, I'm really very, 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 very happy about it. So those are some of my favorite things giveaway. You saw that. I'm going to post it on Instagram. You can... I want you to post a comment about what your favorite thing that happened to you in the knitting world, in our fiber world this year. Post a comment. I'll ask you on Instagram as well. But on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, go ahead and post a comment about what your favorite thing that happened to you this year in regards to knitting. That would be really fun to do. That would be fun to look at, and I'll read those comments. Yay! So let's do that. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe when you put your comments in. I love subscribers. I love my subscribers. You really have given me purpose to do this regularly. Yay! Okay. Now, let's get to the FO. Grocery Girl shawl. This is my Grocery Girl shawl. Wait, I have to stand up. This is it. It's very, very big. It's very long. If I would do it again, I probably would not do the repeats of this, not as many of this, just because it's just so big. But when I wear it around my neck like this, it's really nice. And you know what? It's cold. So it's perfect in here right now. So I made it out of Tosh Merino Light. I posted this on Instagram, but it's the Murakami colorway is the white, and the composition book gray is the bluish gray color. I love it. I really do love it. But I wanted to wear it for you to show you. But anyway, I feel like Stephen West. Yeah, it's long. It's muy long, and it's asymmetrical, so you can wear it any number of different ways. But I was to lunch the other day with my friends, and they were like, "Did you make that?" I'm like, "Yes." They're like, "Wow, okay, that's the exact reaction I want." But anyway, so there it is, Grocery Girl shawl. I have a couple of other FOs. One is a hat. Well, actually two. I showed you that one hat that I made that's too small, the Helen Stewart hat, which is the kindling hat. It's too small, too short. But this hat, which is the ombre, slouchy ombre hat, something like that. And I think it was on the needles when I last showed it to you, but I love it. And I made it out of folio, Barocco folio, and it's two color. It's my first two color stranded work, right? I've done multicolors before, but never stranded. As I mentioned before, it's sort of awkward to hold on to, you know, in terms of, I tried it because I'm a continental knitter. I tried both colors on my in my left hand, and I could do that periodically, but not too often. Yeah, it's cute. So I I have other FOs, but I think I showed them to you before. But I'm doing this again. Just, it's so light and so, oh God, it's really, really soft. And I love the way the pattern came out. That I'm doing it in reverse. So now I'm just going to my whip just to show you. Now I'm doing it where the purplish color is actually the main color, and the yellowish gold color is the contrast color. So it's just the opposite of this. Fun, and it's so fun and easy, and I just have to get the hang of holding the yarn in my right hand since I don't typically do that. So that's it. But I mean, it's relaxing and fun, and I'm making progress. I'm also making progress on my sweater. I don't want to show that to you again for the umpteenth time. And I'm past the increases, down to the bottom of the sweater. Literally, I have like this much to go before the ribbing, and then we start on the sleeves, which is a real challenge for me because I've never done sleeves before. So I have downloaded, I don't know, 5 tutorials about how to do sleeves, raglan, how to add on sleeves. And should I do magic loop? Should I do a circ? I'm definitely not doing DPNs. So, you know, when I come to that, I might reach out to some of you for that. Okay. Now, you saw my Hikari project bag. I'm going to go now to another project bag and another whip. You saw my Hikari project bag. Well, I couldn't resist. I tried. Seriously, I tried. But I kept coming back to it. And when you keep coming back to something, you just need to cave in and do it. Is this the cutest thing? It's Patricia from Paradise. Look at this little sheepy thing. It's so adorable. It's got a little zipper on the back. You know, she's in Canada, so it's a lot, but I couldn't. I tried. I was like, no, I am not doing it. No. Yes. I love it. It's another super quality bag. So I highly recommend, if you want to, I'm going to tempt you to get a project bag from Patricia at Paradise Island. It escaped me right now. But anyway, but in it, right, I have to show you what's in it, is a whip. But I have a little bit of background. This yarn is from Wing and a Prayer Farm in Vermont. And this yarn is, I think it's something blossom, something, wait, I should find the tag. Yeah. It's the happiest yarn. Here's her tag. She has a sheep and llamas and all this wonderful stuff, and it is 4 parts Shetland from her farm, 1 part Romney from Doc Mason's wool, and 1 part merino, and tons of spinnerly love from Battenkill fibers. It's about 150 yards. I think it's probably a worsted. I mean, it feels like it. I don't really know. But I'm decided to make just a simple Tin Can Knits barley hat. You know, it's just a simple hat. I really wanted to showcase the yarn. I didn't want any complications. But, I mean, it's so pretty. And the barley hat is fun to knit. And I will tell you, there are some sheepy things in here. A little bit of hay, a little bit of strange hairs that are not mine. Might be the sheep's, might be the spinners, might be, I mean, it's fun to knit with. And yeah, Tin Can Knits, barley hat. I'll put a link to the pattern on Ravelry. I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's fun. It's just so fun. And using this yarn, perfect. And in my Patricia Paradise project bag, how perfect is that? Sheep, perfect. Anyway, so I love it. I love it. I love doing this. And when I'm on my virtual knit nights with my friends all over the world, I knit this. I knit this. And I am almost, I just put in the afterthought yarn for my niece Kim's socks that resemble her dog's fur that Ancient Arts Fibers made for me. Well, they adapted one of their dye lots. And I'm doing the Yorkville socks by Mina Phillips Knitting Expat. And I have a mini from Lolo Did It. And then this is, at first I wasn't going to pattern it. I was just going to leave it as a vanilla sock. But I really like how the pattern is coming out. I didn't think I would, but it is really coming out. And I think when it's blocked, it's going to look really great. So I have just put the afterthought waste yarn in last night while I was on with VKN, and well, I was on with my friends from around the world. And yeah, it's coming along really well. And then I'm just going to put the waste yarn in the second one because I do them tandem. And the yarn is really, really wonderful to work with. And I have another couple of skeins from Ancient Arts, and I will be working on that as well. And my favorite color these days, which seems to be gray. Gray, 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 gray. But you know what doesn't go with gray? Everything goes with gray. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I don't want to lose this. Okay. All right, so those are my, well, I have a lot of whips. As you know, I have an issue, but I'm enjoying them. And if I have 10 projects going at one time, I have 10 projects going at one time. I'm just going to stop apologizing for that. That's why I'm slow. Well, I'm actually slow because of tendinitis. And the tendinitis has flared up, and I figured out what it was. When I knit with heavier yarn, not like a hat, like I'm doing the barley hat, but when I do the sweater, because it's so weighty, and it's a DK, it's a Madelinetosh DK, which sort of knits up like a worsted, it really pulls on my wrist a little bit, so I get a little ow with my wrist. So I was digging around in the freezer, just a little sidebar, I was digging around in the freezer for something, and I remembered that I got this. What is that, you say? What is that? Last year when we went to REI because I needed some walking sticks, I also said, do you have anything like an ice pack or something that can relieve tendinitis? He said, oh no, I've got a better thing for you. It not only relieves tendinitis, you put it in the freezer and let it get ice cold, and then you're rubbing it, rolling it on your wrist to get the blood flowing. I forgot I had the freaking thing. It's a miracle. You just rub it on your wrist. I'll put a link to it. It's attaday.com, www.attaday.com. It's a little roly thing you put on your wrist, and for me, it's my wrist and my hand, and you just rub it around it, and it stimulates the blood flow, and it's cold. Well, it's not cold right now, but it's cold, so you've got some ice going on in your tender areas, like my wrist. Anyway, so, hold on, I think I dropped something. I need to pick it up. Okay, it went way under the desk. So, I'm restarting. Anyway, yeah, so add a day. Roll it, 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 and put it back in the freezer. So it gets cold and feels great. All right, so let's move now to acquisitions. So, oh, and I think it stopped snowing, thank goodness. Traffic will be a nightmare. Anyway, so in this Hikari bag, I mentioned to you before that I'm going to be doing an Amy Herzog sweater, her curlew sweater. I'll put a link to the pattern. It's just an open cardigan, not fancy, and you start with the left wrist and you work around the back. It's unusual construction, but I really love her designs and her style. So I was up at Eat Sleep Knit. Those of you who saw my Insta stories saw me up there taking you around. I'm telling you, that place is like, just bury me under all that yarn. That's all I'm saying. That's all. And they had this shibui that I was going to make, because I only got a skein of each. I'd hold 2 skeins together as you knit. And they had the one, it's Cove is the color. I love this color. It's a beautiful jewel tone. I don't know, like a teal, dark teal, I don't know. But this has got cashmere and silk in it. This has silk in it, but it's also merino. And you hold them together, and the fabric is really, really beautiful. So I thought, okay, I love knitting them. I'm gonna buy the rest that I need. So I did, and that's what's in this Hikari bag. Is my, by the way, I said Statico. Carol, this is for you. It's staccato, sorry. This is staccato, and this is pebble. So you hold these two together, and you make this beautiful curlews cardigan, open cardigan. And I'm really looking forward to it because the construction is, to me, unique. It should be interesting to do. I decided I wanted to do it. I wanted to see if I could hold the two together, what it'd be like, and I did a little mini swatch. And it really worked out well. So I thought, okay, this will be my big sweater project for next year, because you know it takes me a very long time to do anything. So I thought, you know what, make a commitment, put it in a project bag with the pattern. So I'm gonna do that next year. Well, you know, as soon as I finish the other sweater, this will be my next sweater. All right, now I also wanted to tell you that I have a lot of acquisitions. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to piece it over a couple podcasts, because I'm going to go cold sheep. I know I said that last time, but I am going to go cold sheep in January. It's really hard when all of you wonderful designers post these dyers post these gorgeous yarns. Stop it, Kim from Barnyard Knits. Stop it, everybody. But I decided, okay, moving on now. I decided that I really enjoyed knitting from that sock blank from Gail's Arts, and I did a double blank. And I found that a little challenging to sort of manage both the strands of yarn that came out of the sock blank. So I decided just to do a single sock blank. I might try to wind it so that I could do one on the one from a cake, a skein, and one from the sock blank. But I couldn't resist. This is like the third thing I bought. For some reason, I must be missing my hometown, because this is sort of a New Yorky kind of. Gail's Arts, her stuff is gorgeous, and so it's got sort of a New Yorky theme. And I mean, look at these colors. I mean, it's pretty. So I'm excited about knitting from this. So this is Gail's Arts, and I'll put a link in. Here's her card. And she has an Etsy shop, so that's a good way to find her and look at her work, or gailsarts.com. And I love it, and I love that it's so soft, and it's a little sparkly, has a little stellina in it, so it should be fun to knit. And again, I think I'm going to wind part of it, or attempt to wind part of it, and then knit the rest from the blank. So yay! Not right away. I have a lot of things on the needles I need to complete. I've decided not to put any pressure on myself for Christmas. Those people that I'm knitting for who are very knit worthy will eventually get their gift. They might not get it at Christmas. They might get it in January, or they might get it later than that. Who knows? Okay. Most of you know that I was part of Knit Stars. That was a participant in Knit Stars, and Shelly from Loops, Shelly who owns Loops and is one of the major, just brilliant minds behind Knit Stars, asked those participants from Knit Stars 1 to submit a video and telling people about their experiences. So I did. I submitted a video, and then they were going to pick a winner or something. I was like, okay. I didn't expect anything. I just enjoy videotaping myself. So I, did a little bit of a testimonial about it. Well, apparently there were a few of us that did it, maybe 12. I don't know how many did it. But I will say that her heart is like this big. It's huge, Shelly's heart. And she gave all of us who submitted a video a skein of yarn, which is really, really not necessary and such a great treat. But not just any skein of yarn. Not just any skein of yarn. I'll say it again. It's a La Bien Amie. Oh my, what? I got it and I was like, what? La Bien Amie. I think this makes my 5th skein. When Teresa goes to Paris, she always stops in, or she tries to stop in. Would you just look at this? It's on her skinny single, and it is Speckle. The name of the colorway is Speckle Boom. Boom, B-O-U-M, as in Mary. Come on, look at this. La Bien Amie. I don't know. It might have to be socks. I think it'd be fun sock. Shelly and team at Loops, thank you. Very super generous. La Bien Amie. What? Okay. Then, I think I told you. I don't know. I must have joined a sock club from Barnyard Knits. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But this was the latest one that she sent. It's called Sweet Berries. Ooh. It's got copper in it. Like a berry colored pink. Some dark brown, some gold. It's beautiful. I have a lot of Kim's yarns now. I bought her Faded Cardi kit, which just gorgeous. Again, I don't know if I'm going to get to it, but obviously not going to get to it now, but I will get to it sometime next year, maybe. But the yarn is so beautiful. I might do something else with it. I don't know. I do want to do the Amy Herzog sweater before I do Andrea Mowry's Faded Cardi. I don't know. I have enough. But this is a sock yarn. This is part of her sock club. And it is pretty beautiful. Then, do you know that whole yarn wishes? Get your yarn wish granted. So I jumped in. I told you I jumped in, and I got. I requested hypnotic yarn, and I got it. But I didn't just get a skein. I have to reach. I got a kit, like mini. And look at this. I don't even know what the colorway is. No, I have no idea. Come on, it's so beautiful. Perfect for socks, right? Perfect. Thank you, Cheryl. And thank you, Robin, from Running It My Way, who granted my yarn wish for this. When I got it, I thought, oh, I would do. I thought, what? It's a set! Yay! So I love sets. So that will be socks. Yay! Then, all right, I'm gonna stop now. Yeah. Miss Babs had a kit of Woodbury, their Woodbury line. And it is 65% merino, 35% silk, Tussa silk. I mean, it's pretty beautiful. And the set is, this is white peppercorn. It's sort of a beigey white. It's got a little halo on it. That must be from the merino. This is beach glass. It's sort of like a grayish blue. This was the set. And then this is coastal fog. And it's sort of a beigey brown. Plus, I'm just telling you, it feels like unbelievable. So I'm gonna find a great Joji pattern that uses all three. I think I found one, but it uses all three, and each one is 400 yards, but yeah, 400 yards, 365 meters, and I mean the three of them together are pretty gorgeous. And oh my god, the squish factor is unbelievable. I don't want to do one of these long ones like I did with the Grocery Girls, only because it just causes me discomfort, and then I don't want to do it, and they're too long. So I've learned in the future how to do that without it being, just reduce the number of repeats, and you can still get the same effect, but it's not as challenging. So I'm excited about working with Miss Babs again. I worked with Miss Babs for the on the Spice Market shawl, so this will be my second big one. And she always, you know, she sends a cute little mini for you to try. Where is it? Oh, there it is. What she says, swatch me. It's called Wild Iris. It's pretty. And it's just, it's her Yowzer, which is a light worsted weight. It's like a sport weight. It's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll add that to my minis to do something with that. All right, let's see. I want to tell you about this book I bought. You know, I love my books. One day I'll actually knit a pattern from the book instead of just gaping at the book. I just keep wanting to look at the book. But I sort of got coerced into buying this. I wasn't ready to buy it, and I wanted to buy it at Amazon, but it was in an LYS, and I thought, screw it, I'll buy it. I know I overpaid for the book, but it's beautiful. It's worth it. So I'm just going to lean over. It's Bristol Ivy's new book, and it's called Knitting Outside the Box. Now, some of the patterns in there, no, not some of it, a lot of the patterns in here are gorgeous. I mean, look at this cowl. This is another, like Hannah Thiessen's book on slow knitting, sort of another coffee table-ish book. This is not a book you would ever take apart. This is the Jemison cowl. Imagine that's brioche in there. But there's also sweaters. Oh, and she has like some stitch things that you can do, which are really pretty. You make little swatches out of different types of cabling. But she has a lot of cowls and some sweaters and some shawls in here. It's just well written too, so it's just nice. Like, look at this sweater. I don't think I've made this sweater. It's called the Pina cardigan. It's got some cabling down the front. I really recommend it. I really, really recommend it. I'm not giving this one away, but I really, really recommend it. If you get a chance, even just to pick one up and look at it, I've never done a Bristol Ivy pattern, but it looks pretty straightforward. It doesn't look complicated. God, look at the sweater. Again, I think it has some brioche in it or something, but it is... I think I'm collecting books. I don't know. This year I've just purchased a lot of knitting books, and I do look at them regularly. I love it. And then one more thing I bought was well, I bought a lot of things, but I kept looking at this and I kept thinking, you know, I do want it. Who knows when I will get to it? I mean, I have no idea. But it is actually from Craftsy, which I don't usually buy patterns from Craftsy or yarn from Craftsy, but it's supposedly Cloudborn. I thought it was Lorna's Laces. Maybe it is Lorna's Laces. I don't know. Oh, it is super, super soft. This is called Marara Speckle. No. Maurid Speckle. And it is, I don't know what it is. Superwash Merino. Oh, it is dyed by Lorna's Laces. I thought it was the Lorna's Laces connection. It's the Cloudborn brand, but it's dyed by Lorna's Laces. So, then it comes with this blue, right? That's a set. And then this wonderful grayish, brownish, heathered kind of color. So that's this set. And I'm going to be making the, hold on, I'll show you. Again, I got this on Craftsy. It's a whole kit of stuff. But I really liked it because I thought it was enough variety. It's the Changing Light Scarf Knitting Kit. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the Starting Point shawl, only it's not in pieces. It's one piece. But you can see the back of it, how it lays. It's so pretty. So this is the, this is what I'm going to be making with this. Eventually. Who knows when. But I have it. I love it. I've been looking at it now. Looking at it. Yeah. It's got enough variety of stitch patterns and striping and stuff to keep you really interested, which is a requirement of mine these days. Things that don't keep me interested seem to languish on the needles, which I think is probably pretty common amongst us. We sort of don't want to do it anymore. Anyway, so I'll eventually get to this after I finish what is purported to be my holiday knitting, which really isn't. It's just what's catching my fancy. And then everything that's published, I just want to do it all. I want to knit all the things. I want to cast on everything and just try it. I mean, there's no harm in just trying things. I mean, just trying it. If you don't like it, you don't have to finish it. Yes, you do eventually. You should. But I have to say, part of this journey this last year has taught me what I like to do, what I don't like to do, what bores me, what keeps me motivated. I find this community extraordinarily helpful in the advice area in terms of what do I do about this? What should I do this? There's a lot of encouragement. So this past year has just been a year of learning for me and finally finding my space, finding really what I love to do and dream about. I do a virtual knit night with, it's called Babble's Virtual Knit Night, and I'm on pretty frequently, and I'm getting to know a lot of the people around the world who are on with me, from the UK, from Greece, a lot of people in the States. And every time I have an issue or I have a question, there's somebody there that's pretty expert that knows the answer to my questions, so or can give me some direction, which is really, really helpful. And I guess that's what knit nights are all about, only I'm doing it from the comfort of my home on a computer. So I really enjoy it. So I think I've mentioned it before. Look into Babble's virtual knit night. Okay, cars are turning around. That's not a good sign. Cars are turning around. This is what happens in the snow in Atlanta. Nobody can drive. Crazy. Anyway, sorry, I was distracted by the cars turning around. I was like, what's happening? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's, I'm just looking at my, I posted a picture of myself on Instagram with tangled up yarn on my head, and somebody from my virtual knit night told me about the Not a Problem Ravelry group, which you send your yarn and they basically rewind it for you. And they did, and it came out perfect. I mean, it came out in a couple of little skeins, but still, for me, for tandem socks, they're perfect. And it's sort of like they divided my skein into two for me. And less than a week, she turned it around. I gifted her a pattern. That's what she wanted. And it was great. Thanks, Lisa, for doing that. It really makes me so happy. I'm really very happy about it. So again, not a problem if you have a skein you need that's tangled mess. Go to the Ravelry group called Not a Problem, and somebody will help you out of it. I had a lot of people, in fact, Lauren from Old Rusted Chair, she said, send it to me. My husband loves to do that. It's like, it's already sent to Pennsylvania. It was really funny. But anyway, a little chatter part. We're enjoying a quiet holiday season. It's just going to be Bob and me. We don't travel. After traveling to New York a couple of times and it not going well, it really airports and delays, and we thought, we'll go see them other times of the year. This year I went to my nephew's wedding. I got to see a lot of family there. There's really no need to travel during the holidays when everybody else in the world is traveling. So we like to stay home. We got our Christmas tree the other day. We put it up. Bob spotted a tree in the Christmas tree yard, where they sell them, and he said, how about that one? I was like, perfect. And they put it in the stand for you. It's so great. So that's all set up. And just Christmas lunches and some dinners, and then we always go to a special dinner for us Christmas Eve at our favorite restaurant, and then Christmas Day some big eggy casserole thing with sausage and cheese, something really delicious. Maybe some salmon and bagels. I don't know. We just munch all day long, and we're gonna have a nice dinner, and that will be it. And the tree comes down the day after Christmas. Out. But right now it's really pretty, and it makes me feel really festive. And so it's pretty. I love it. Also, I wanted to tell you about some apps that have been recently shared with me through my Knit Stars group. Did you know that there is a app called, I'm looking at my notes to make sure I get it right, called Knit Tricks. One word, Knit Tricks. And I'll put a link. It helps you convert gauge if you use different yarn than what the pattern calls for. So if the pattern calls for fingering and you want to use DK, it will help you convert the gauge. It's a little calculator. Very clear instructions on how to do it. It's not free. It's $4.99. It's not available on Android phones. It's only available on iPhones. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why. Anyway, that's the story. There's also an app, I just found this really interesting, called Knit Evenly. Knit Evenly. When a designer says to increase or decrease X number of stitches across a round or a row, this tool will help you figure out when and where to do it. So you don't have to count and guess and do all that. It says, just decrease 24 stitches along this next row, and you're like, where? And it will tell you where to do it. Okay. This is also not free. It's $2.99 from the App Store. I don't know if it's available on Android as well, but anyway, it's fun. And then there's an app called Giftster, or you can go to Amazon Wishlist and put your gifts there. Then you can direct your friends and family so that you get exactly what you want, which I did, because I wanted some very specific things. I told my sister, so she's handling part of it. I told Bob, he's handling the other part of it. And I'm going to be one happy, happy knitter. And that, I think, is it. We're just laying low, having a good time. I'm going to write all the things that were very special and very revealing to me about this community, about knitting correctly. I'll give you an example. I knit continental, my friend Carol does as well, and she saw me knitting and she said, you know, you're holding the yarn wrong in your left hand. I said, I am? No. She said, yes, you are. So I was holding the yarn basically upside down. So I was doing extra kind of digging to get the yarn, and when she showed me how to wrap it around my finger correctly, it changed my knitting. So thank you, Carol. I mean, it just changed my knitting. I just now can knit faster and smoother with just holding yarn over the hand rather than under. And it's just simple little tricks like that. So again, giveaway. I will put it on Instagram as well. I'm very excited about it. Get a skein of yarn, a project bag, progress keepers, and some David's tea, and a secret notions pouch from my other favorite project bag maker. You know who you are. And that's coming in the mail today, hopefully. If it seems to have stopped snowing. But the traffic is going to be so screwed up. And Atlanta cannot handle snow. Even this much snow. I mean, I think maybe there's an inch on the ground. Not good. Not good here. I think that's it. I'm going to put all these links in the show notes on my Ravelry page. Thanks for coming by. Happy, happy holidays to all of you. I'm going to be, my next podcast will probably be around Christmas time. And I'll tell you how I achieved, maybe in January, I'll tell you how I achieved my New Year's resolutions. I didn't make one of them. I had intentions, but the others I exceeded. So that's good. And thank you to all of my podcaster friends who inspire me, who provide information to me. Thanks to my Babel's VKNS group. I'm so glad I discovered you. And just all of my subscribers, my Instagram followers, I can't thank you enough. It's really been a joy to get to know you and to learn from you. Really, that's sort of my year of learning, my year of discovery. That is my first podcast year. All right, listen, maybe I'll see you before the holidays, maybe not. If I do, I'll wish you happy holidays again. If not, happy, happy, happy holidays no matter what you celebrate. I love each and every one of you, and thank you very much for being part of this experience with me. I'm loving it. All right, see ya. Have a good day. Hopefully it's not snowing where you are yet. Bye.